Hello everyone, welcome in part 2 with our issues that we had in Airbnb during our stay in Seville. If you don't know what exactly happened in Spain itself, I would recommend you to check out part 1 first, because here is everything what happened afterwards and how we dealt with our Airbnb issue on our return.
Not usual.
So on our return in the UK, we were charged for 4 nights for an Airbnb stay where we only stayed 1 night, where we didn't even want to stay because we couldn't take any hot shower. And yeah, the customer support refused to give anything back in return. So we searched for some legal guidance and we discovered that the full process, if you want to try to make this a legal case, is to first send an official complaint letter to Airbnb where you give them the exact thing that you want from them, why you're complaining, what went wrong, and also what you want to have from them in return. And then you'll give them a certain time period which is reasonable. There's no exact definition for that, but we said within 10 days they have to come back with us with an official response of how they're going to resolve this. In the end, they looked at our case, but the compensation they gave to us was not really appropriate. They kind of wanted to give us reimbursement for the first 3 nights, but nothing else. And this is not acceptable for us because we didn't even want to stay in that place in the first place, and we had to make additional costs by finding another hotel, and we wasted time on the day that we were trying to find a new hotel, whilst we were also trying to enjoy some tourist destinations and attractions there that we couldn't really enjoy. So we decided to go to court with this one, and probably in your country there's something similar as the small claims court in the UK, which is meant for consumers like us for a small amount that doesn't cost you too much in case you will lose the case. And when you start this process, this is really important. When you make a claim, make sure you sue the right company, the company that you have a contract with to deliver these services, such as the one that we should have received from Airbnb. And we made a mistake. When we checked our booking confirmation, on the bottom of the email it says Airbnb UK Limited. So we thought our contract is with Airbnb UK Limited. Also, when you look on the Airbnb website, it mentions something for services and payment services delivered in the UK. It's done by Airbnb UK Limited. However, they are only responsible for the payments. So when we made the claim, Airbnb UK Limited came back to us and said, well, listen, we don't have any contract with you guys, so you can go to take this to court, but you are not going to win this case and we are not going to give you any compensation. Yes, so that's where it went wrong. We should have sued Airbnb Ireland, apparently, according to their logic. However, we ended up in a conversation with Airbnb UK Limited, which is kind of that, not a mediation process yet, but just before court case, before the court picks this up. In the end, we had some conversations back and forth. So we came to the conclusion that we could settle between each other for full refund for the 3 nights that we didn't stay, 50% refund of the first night that we stayed, full refund of the additional cost that we paid for the hotel, and full refund of the costs we made during the day, such as visit a tourist attraction, a cafe where we had to find some internet connectivity to find some hotels, all the kind of costs that added up on the day when we were trying to find a new hotel. So, I don't know if we really sued the right company or not. I guess Airbnb UK Limited wasn't sure either, otherwise they wouldn't have settled with us. But if you ever have an issue with likes as Airbnb or any service provider, be aware of your rights as a consumer. So make sure, start an official complaint letter first, outline clearly what you want and make your demands, and give them a reasonable time frame to reply. 10 working days is probably enough. If that doesn't work, then you can always start a small claims process, and then hopefully, as us, you might be as lucky to get some refund as well and some compensation for the hassle that you went through.